All right, people, I got a special report here for Apple. Before I get into the plan here, this is a nice new logo here, designed here by a follower named Fernando. He captured really the spirit of PowerTriggerTrade with this logo. It's amazing, the timing of it. So this is great. I mean, he's been a follower for a while. He's caught a lot of great trades, and he understands it. And look out for some a great new intro video on the gains. All right, people. So as you know, I made a lot of Apple winning trades, but the last one did not work out. I made a video on that, but now I'm going to tell you how it is. This Apple pullback has created problems. And therefore, we need to see what happens at key numbers. So let me talk about this. So Apple, in this update, I will be explaining what these key numbers are: 158.59, 156.59, 151.59, and what must happen. Also, the facts about what kind of setup Apple is right now, and the big picture. The details will be from my voice inside the video. And this exactly, people. So listen, all the information will not be in this boxes, okay? I will now talk about this number here. So this support here, which we're really close to that right now, this is a place where they either flip this, and even if they do find support over here, this is a pivotal point, it still needs to get above 160. I talked about 160 being a key support, and when Apple lost it on Friday to stay, this is exactly why we pulled back more. And then it's support zones. Finally, the thing about Apple was, this is like it's going into a new phase. In other words, we're going to most likely, in my opinion, depending how we defend these levels, we are going to pull back first, and Apple will probably need time before moving higher. Right now, as it stands, there is no key magical trade to get into this. Most of my great plans, you notice I've been focusing on stuff like Home Depot, Win, especially Win last week was a great hunt, because my system is based on where is there low risk, high reward pivotal points, and that could be any stock. And Apple right now is not that stock. When it was, we made tons of gains, especially in these areas over here. However, over here became, as we were trying to break out, the problem is that was at 164. We needed to show power, and we did not. This day here was a day to take a break even. At minimum, small gains, break even. But I gave it the benefit of doubt, and the Korea thing came out, and then that was it. Trying to wait for a reversal never happened. Not going to get into that, people. It's part of trading. Okay. This was never, if it wasn't, I'll tell you right now, be honest, if it wasn't Apple, I would never even have made this. I would never have announced a plan for this up here. I just would not have. Not the way not what I saw, but it was Apple, and that's my mistake. When I stick to things strictly to the system, you see like Home Depot and Goldman Sachs, we made great gains right out of the gate. Things shouldn't go against you. When things go against you, it's not a power trigger trade. Okay, they should not go against you, not by. And if they do, and if in other words, if your trade is going at break even, you're out of the trade. Especially if there's good profits, it should not go below break even. Or it depends on where the entry is. By the way, I'm going to try to help people out with that a little bit more. Because most of my trades are like Home Depot. They're just beautiful. You're looking where to take profits. There's no worrying about should I take a loss here or should I take a loss there. It's got nothing to do with that. Power trigger trade has nothing to do about that. It's about gaining the gains. All right. So if we fail to hold 158.59, then 156.59 is the next point. Now, if they defend that, then we need to get above this level and the 160 level, and so on and so forth. If we lose 156.59, they can go and test this. And so this becomes the pivot point. And we need to see how it acts between here, here, and here. And we can go and test that. And for me, if we were to go test lower, I prefer they go test this lower, because the lower they go, the more opportunity there is, because I can assure you, when I see Apple to be a great plan again, to make us great gains. We're going to that 40 whatever I lost, that 40% loss, which is, I mean, compared to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percent gains that I've made in Apple, is going to be a big joke. This I assure you, people. But until I see the right action, or the setup with the visionary lines aligning, which they are not aligned. Okay, so when they're not aligned, it's out of favor, Apple. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to spit out a plan when that's not my style. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about support zones, and what I'm looking for before trying to get back into Apple. Okay, and I will make updates, but I wanted to explain that right now we need to see where they want to pull Apple. So what happens here? How do we defend this level? And if, okay, we defend it, can we get back to 160? Okay, because Apple's in a chop zone all the way up to the 164 area right now. It needs time. Let me put it that way. Within another week, we'll have more data, better entry points, but it won't be faster than that. We need a lot of power, okay, to go up there. And unless we get a lot of power and volume up through this level, there's a lot of chop, in my opinion. So right now it's defensive. How do we handle here? Then how do we handle here? Then how do we handle here? And I will make updates when necessary, but this is my message here, people, about Apple. Let me show you some. As you can see, people, here on September the 5th, 10:39 a.m., I saw a low risk, high reward opportunity. Because in HD, first of all, I understood some fundamental facts about what's going on with Home Depot. Okay, and at the time, that was my only target, and I made updates right up to 156, 157. Okay, and the whole week these options went from 1.72, and I'm going to go and show you the close of the September 15 152 calls. Okay, just want to show you. What's my point here, people? Because when things are set up properly, my system, my trades are more like this, not with what happened with Apple on the last trade. This is my point. So as you can see here, the September 15 152 calls at 1.72. That's exactly, actually the average was about 150. It pulled back a bit more. It bounced at 152 really quick. Boom. And never looked back. And we smashed 155, 156. You get it. You can look at the charts. Let's go look at the Yahoo Finance quickly. All right, so here we're at the Yahoo Finance. You can see it close at 159.66. Of course, I never held all my options to this level, but what I'm getting at, I want to make a point of how strong the move was, and that's really what my system's about: catching big gainers quickly. Most of the time, it's about 100% is what I'm aiming for, but then we get better movements where we're getting 150, 200% gains, and this one was a 300% banger. You can see here the 152.50 calls. See, these are the 152 September. Here you go, September 15 calls. You can see here they closed at 740. Or sorry, 770, right? That's the close as a spread, right? You could have probably got out. They were probably worth 750. So you do the mathematics. What, $172 turned to $770 per contract. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post great plans. Like I said, people, I will be making you, when I see a great opportunity in Apple, I will announce it. Right now, it's a defensive zone. We're going to see what happens at those key levels. If I were you, I take a review, take a look at my created playlist. Check out my HD review over here, September 06. Actually, I'll put it in the video for you to see. This is where I really... there is exactly what it says, 150% options gains in 2 days. So if you compare the 40% loss in Apple versus 150% gains, what I did was I just refocused. You did not hear me make any plans. All I did is I did make an Apple update to explain the situation. I talked about the 160 support, and it's how it is. Apple was not a PowerTriggerTrade plant stock anymore after we failed that 164. And then again I talked about the put call ratio. That was the issue too, people. This is the thing. But don't worry, we will make big, huge comebacks. Focus on the big winners. Win was a huge winner last week. All right, people. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to show you an easy way how. Let's go take a look at what I say. All right, people.
Now that we just finished watching that great detailed video, don't forget to look at my banner. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my creative playlist. Make sure you study before taking action on Power Target Trades. Every plan that I make has great detailed instructions. And I put my heart and soul in it because I want my subscribers and followers to make great money in the markets. But you have to study, people. Now let me show you a way to subscribe. Let's see a picture of me around here in a circle format. Simply click on it and it's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. Don't forget, people, at the end of the video to like the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video!